Nikki Haley beat Donald Trump among independents by something like 40 percentage points.
Joy Reid over on MSNBC, she said something kind of sane here.
If New Hampshire is the avatar for what independent voters want and would choose, given the option, given the fact that anyone could play in that independent side, Nikki Haley beat Donald Trump among independents by something like 40 percentage points. That is not a good sign for a former president of the United States who, again, wants to be seen as president. Yes, he will beat her in South Carolina. But let's not forget that one of the things that Joe Biden did was to remake the calendar such that he was not on the ballot in New Hampshire, still mopped up Dean Phillips in New Hampshire when he wasn't even on the ballot as a write-in candidate. Yes, Donald Trump will likely win South Carolina, Nikki Haley's home state. Joe Biden might win it by more because that state is built for Joe Biden, just like on the Republican side, it's built for Donald Trump. So tonight, the winner, if you want to look at all of the metrics for a general election, the winner tonight is Joe Biden, who won in New Hampshire decisively as a write-in, who is going to win decisively in South Carolina. And the story that Donald Trump thinks he's going to get out of South Carolina, Joe Biden will get one of equal value to him. And in the end, he's got a better story to tell in November because he's not facing 91 criminal counts.
Yeah. Let me ask.
Okay, I can't believe it, but I am going to say that that is actually somewhat sane analysis by Joy Reid. So I guess it could happen once a year or maybe once a decade or something like that. But as I was referencing before, this idea of the crossover people supporting Nikki, it shows you that the crossover people do not want Trump. So that her argument then is, oh, so that is a victory for Biden because if Trump is the nominee, and it looks like Trump will be the nominee, the crossover people, at least in New Hampshire, will end up voting for Joe Biden and not for Donald Trump. So to that end, it is a victory for Joe Biden. I don't know that you can make much of an argument against that. I cannot believe this. Are we in Bizarro Land? I'm doing this show from Bizarro Land. Did I have a stroke? What the hell's going on here? We're giving Joy Reid credit. It's really, really wild. It's also worth noting that because the Democrats are so freaking deeply corrupt, they did not put Joe Biden on the ballot. So if you caught those numbers there at the end, Joe Biden got about 20,000 votes. It didn't even matter, right? They were write-in votes. And then Dean Phillips, he's a congressman from Minnesota, he got, 6,000 votes, something like that. And then Marianne Williamson, I can't believe she's still at it with her crystals. She got about 1,000 votes. But I do think that Joy Reid's analysis is kind of right, that the crossover people are making it clear that they don't like Donald Trump. Now, maybe they'll never vote for a Republican, so it doesn't matter. But I think that there's just something. If you're watching this and you're going, I like Dave again because he's supporting Trump and it is what it is, you should still be aware of the reality on the ground.